to this day makes her nervous, I think, but I was at her trial, yes.
I went to one trial when I was living in New York. I went to the John List trial, the guy that killed his family and ran away, and he got away for like 15 years.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
America's Most Wanted made a bust of him.
Yes.
And I just thought I'd go check out and see what a murder trial is like, and hung out there. And you can tell there are people sitting there who do this a lot. They've got like popcorn.
Did you get recognized?
No, this is before.
Right.
Yeah. And,
because that's what throws it off if they recognize you. And like in Serial Mom, Suzanne Summers goes to play, and the jury stops and is waving. It is Suzanne Summers. You know, it's sort of unfair to the defendant, I think. Yeah.
Well, this was. I know this movie was shot. It's this very idyllic community where it's shot. Right. It's like this very kind of placid, serene
where
community.
I grew up.
It's your hometown.
Yes, it's where Divine, the high school we shot in was where Divine was beat up every single day. And it was fun to go back there and run over a teacher with a student body watching and applauding. And, you know, times have changed. I used to...
Was this your revenge? Is this like the way of getting back to your childhood?
A little bit. It was good revenge. I mean, there's one scene where Kathleen Turner's running up the street chasing a kid with an upraised knife, and it was on the same street that my father took me to school every morning. And I remember being so bored, thinking, oh, God, I have to go to school all day. I was looking out the window and want to yell to people in cars, help me! You know, so to go back and see Kathleen Turner chasing somebody with an upraised knife was a liberating experience, yes.
Well, you have I just want to mention, I've noticed in a lot of your movies you have this thing sort of about the 50s. You see a lot of your movies, it's in Hairspray, it's in Cry Baby, it's, and there's sort of a, you know, the 50s mentality seems to bother you, or your films are kind of...
It doesn't bother me. I was brought up to believe that Father Knows Best was the way life should be, and I think those shows produced a whole generation of dysfunctional people. I think they were the most damaging television shows to ever come out because we were raised to believe this was how it was supposed to be, and of course it never was, and unless the family was totally berserk, that walked around that happy every moment was scary, really.
The Addams Family is more of an accurate rendition.
Well, I identified with the Addams Family. The last one, I felt just like those kids. I went to camp and felt like killing people, yeah.
Right. Sort of a... We now know where Pugsley comes from. All right, well, listen, we're gonna...
The little kid had my mustache, even.
I know, it's true. It's a striking resemblance. We're gonna step away for 1 second. When we come back, we'll have more with John Waters. So stick around. Well, hello there. We'll continue talking with John Waters in just a moment, but first we'll be right back after Dweezil and Ahmet Zappa try to intimidate a rabbit.
Oh, you're disgusting. You make me sick. You hear me, buddy? Come on out of here. Come on out of there, you punk. Come on. You think you're something special, but you're not. You're not. You're nothing.
We're back. A lot of this Serial Mom is it's a wide release movie for you, but your career really started for, I'm sure many people know, but there's some who don't. Your career started doing very unusual films.
In the gutter.
In the gutter.
Yeah. Proudly.
That's right. Films like Multiple Maniacs and Mondo Trash Show, and these movies at the time, they had a cult following, but they really upset a lot of people.
Yeah, they did. They caused a little bit of trouble then. Yes. They're still playing though. They still work.
The plots to these movies are very... Can you just give us like a rundown basically on the plot to say...
Well, Pink Flamingos was a battle between two groups of people who could be the filthiest people alive, basically. Simple plot, high concept movie.
Trying to outdo each other.
Yeah. And certainly it was, again, Divine and Ming Stoll. Ming Stoll is still, she's in Serial Mom, too, so she's been with me from the very beginning. I think, actually, Divine killed her in many of my movies. Yeah. There
are attacks from giant lobsters.
Yeah,
there's lots of...
That was in Multiple Maniacs. Mondo Trasho, the Virgin Mother appeared to Divine in a pigsty. We had a lot of different setups, certainly, and the difference was in those days we didn't ask. We would just jump out of the car, Divine dove into the pig muck, and the Virgin Mother got out of the car, and we filmed it and didn't ask permission and sped away. And a farmer might be looking out the window, and I don't know what he thought. Honey, there's a 300-pound man in a golden-made Toreador outfit in the pig pen. What should we do?
Well, we should mention Divine. Divine, you worked with in many of your films.
Many of my movies, certainly.
He passed away several years ago.
Yes, he's in film heaven, right?
And let me see, you met him, first of all, in
In Baltimore, he lived in my neighborhood. We grew up together.
You were
in high school together, yes.
And
yes.
he played women in just about all your movies.
He played a man in one of my movies. He played a man and a woman. And he had sex with himself in it.
The ultimate fantasy for all of us, I know.
Just had to change outfits for each cut, you know.
He was really working up a sweat. Yeah,
we had a double who played both parts too, and then we edited together. It was, never mind.
Well, no. It's more fun to hear about quickly than in detail. Let's take, we actually have a very quick clip, I think, of Pink Flamingo. I think Divine's in this clip.
Yes,
let's take a look at it, unless there's something we need to know for it. But
no, I think it's Divine and Edith Massey, two of my best stars, certainly, in my career, together.
Let's dive in and take a look at this early work.
Eggs! Eggs! Eggs!
Good morning, Mama. I bet you're hungry.
Oh, Beth, I'm starving to death. Doesn't that Eggman come yet? I love that Eggman so much.
No, he hasn't come yet, Mama, but we still have some eggs. I'll put some on for you.
We actually have...
Edith Massey was in that girdle and bra, and I went with her to buy that in Lane Bryant's, and she put it on and came out of the dressing room and said, "What do you think?" And the sales lady said, "No, you have to get back in there." You know, it really made the salespeople very, very nervous.
Now, I think we also have a quick still we could look at for Divine for people who didn't get a good look at. There's Divine.
That was
That's
his more glamorous
actually,
look. Yes.
That's actually.
I think Divine now, if she knew about the hit of Mrs. Doubtfire, he ought to team up with Serial Mom, and they could both kill Mrs. Doubtfire, basically, for, you know, stealing the title, certainly, of the biggest drag hit. Right.
That's a wholesome image to bring. Well, I get the impression, we don't have a lot of time left, but it seems like you like to cause trouble. It seems like you like to agitate a bit in your films. Are you that way in your private life?
There's a new thing, my favorite thing Greg Gorman, my friend, told me about. It's called shopping for others, and you should try it. You go into a supermarket and you put other food in people's carts when they aren't looking. Like, if you see like a vegetarian put in a big family pack of calves liver, you know, and then when they're going through the checkout line, they bring up, they say, "Hey, wait!" And then the salesman gets really mad, you know, and everything. You see rich people put like cheese whiz and Spam, you know, in their cart. Just stuff that would embarrass
I think you got me. I really do.
It's fun. It's fun. Shopping for others.
I think I bought some strained beats I didn't want. Well, listen, the movie's called Serial Mom. It's a very funny movie. People should look for it. And really, it was really nice meeting you. Thanks for coming by. All right, folks, we'll be right back. Stick around. To the water.